a demand God is making on me that is personal. That doesn't mean I want to suffer. And I can't see that I'm not seeing it. I cannot see. I cannot say it. I cannot say that I'm not seeing what I'm seeing. I'll be lying against God and myself. A book is in the hand of the angel in chapter 10. The life of that book should be lived. Otherwise the earth will remain in pain and limitation. Though whom much is given, much is expected. If God is showing you anything, he knows you're seeing it. And you cannot deny the effort it took God to show you those things. Because God is not showing it to everybody. There is a burden in your heart. He put it there. He didn't put it in everybody. You cannot say it's not there. He separated you in the honor of your person to make you to have it. That's why I said there are always things to regret in growth. Maybe you made a mistake yesterday. It's not much. As long as you know it's a mistake. If you have left yesterday, Kennedy, I'm already on it. There are always things to regret in growth process. If you have left yesterday, then you should learn from the pain of yesterday. From the regret of yesterday. If you say you didn't make a mistake yesterday, then you have not left. Then you have carried yesterday over to now. If you are now 60 years and you say you didn't make a mistake when you were 35, then you have carried 35 years into 60 years. If you cannot see mental and spiritual remolding of your mind and your spirit, the enlightenment of eyes that separate the years, there's something that you did because of immaturity of that particular age. You can't bring it far 10 years into now. We do not stay with it, but we learn from it. I say we learn from it and then encourage younger generation. Not to follow that path. Maybe you're here, you're hearing me now, you're a woman. And throughout your life, you didn't know vision until you were 30. Now you have a son. Now you have a daughter. She can't wander around. Because you've already wasted years of vision. He had to know vision very early. If his vision is not clear, start teaching him Bible. Start teaching him Bible with a binocular. I said, start teaching him Bible with. In the midst of light, vision will be revealed. Vision is a spirit that's encapsulated in brightness. So vision will not be hidden in the midst of abundance of light. We are not, if you're hearing me and you are designed to be an immortal person, somebody of honor, it's not things that matters, should matter to you. It's what you represent. What you will represent in eternity. That's when they call your name, they say, this is what you represent. When I became a preacher, nothing has ever made meaning to me in life. Like representing something. Like, it's not about being a popular preacher, being a big man of God, owning the world. It's when they say Christian. Somebody say, wow. Do you know him? Somebody asked me one day, said, is there anything to regret? I said, are you asking me? Somebody who grew from my village, I came up here from Somersault. I said, what? This Somersault I'm telling you is not a local Somersault. It's not an ordinary regret, it's somersaulting regret. Pain. couldn't have come from where I came from without regret? For instance, I started ministry from the prophetic, from power, from deliverance. Then from there, switch over to warfare. All these things I don't bother about them anymore. I can't even remember the last time I laid hand on somebody. But one day I know that if somebody doesn't believe in God's word, doesn't need me to lay hand on him. No, it doesn't need me. Because those that followed that ministry, I saw how they ended. I didn't wait for them to show me how they will end. I know how they will end when I saw the process. Some pastors are struggling to be up to 60. Many Nigerian pastors or pastors around the world didn't get to 60 years. Was it not were they not killed by a process? Excuse me. Don't call early death God's way. If you know God. If God is with you, there is a way you can't end. It's not a dual favor. There's a time you can't end. They should not teach church that thing they are doing. Oh, Masupre Topalakaya. The Bible said before Moses was taken, God made up his mind. I don't know how people reason. God is it too. Up till now, God made sure that nobody know where the grave of Moses is because of the honor he has for the man, Moses. God honor men. Up till now, Jesus couldn't stay in the grave because of the honor that Jesus had for, God had for Jesus. He couldn't allow him to stay in the grave because of the way Jesus lived his life. Elijah couldn't allow his body to remain on earth because of the way Elijah lived. And then somebody ended in a funny way and said it is God's will. That's ridiculous. What are they talking about? It's not the God I know. To every labor, there's a reward. There is a reaction to every action. Can I say it again? I said there is. Somebody was giving narrative on William Branham. And all that the church want to know that William Branham had a halo on his head. And while they are praising the halo, they don't care about how that man was killed by a drunk driver. With a halo in his head, he died on the road. He died in the midst of his blood. Excuse me, you don't break the bone of the righteous. Did somebody hear what I said? I said you don't what? You don't break the bone. Don't allow people to tell you some careless things. You don't break the bone of the righteous. You might not be perfect, but listen to me, don't get deep into some things. I said it doesn't matter. A record keeper is around you. He will reward in due season. Church, why am I shouting again? Now I said I want to stop. Perfection cannot be achieved without the Third Testament book. There's a last book. My story will be there. My story will be there. Your own will be there. The story of the Lion of Judah, this angel that will fulfill the prophecy made concerning Jesus' return will be there. And they said that the Bible should make man perfect. How? How? There's another book. If we all believe that Jesus will return, how? We are waiting. You see, when he come back, he start preaching from the Bible. Who are rapture saints? I was telling them in the morning, I said, when Jesus came with his ministry, he came inside the law and took some people out of the law and made them people of the church. Huh? When he come as a lion, he will come inside the church